All right, my friends. Happy damn Saturday night. Happy Saturday night. We're on a little early tonight, but we're doing two flights. Two flights, as you can see on there. Southwest flight 2845 from Baltimore to Fort Lauderdale. And then Silver Airways ATR 72-600. Flight from Fort Lauderdale to Freeport, Bahamas, in the Grand Bahama Island. We're going to do both of those flights back to back. I did a fair amount of research to find something that would, I guess fun, a little different than we normally do. But I would love to be on these two flights right now. I live near Baltimore. I would love to jump on this airplane and fly to Fort Lauderdale for a couple of days and then fly over to the Bahamas and go have some damn fun. Have some damn fun. Yes, sir. So welcome to the All About Aviation channel. My name is Greg. I will be your tour guide tonight. Whatever you want this episode, whatever you want this episode to be called, that's what this episode will be called. Just, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had somebody ask me to do something with the chat real quick. Let me see if there's a way I can get rid of that heart emoji deal. Give me a second. Let me look into that. I just thought about it because I'm looking at OBS right now, and it's got a heart on the chat too. So let me see if I can get rid of that. I don't know if I don't remember how to do it actually. More settings. Let me go to settings here. All right, nope, that's not it. Moderation, no. You know what? I'll figure it out for the next time. I think I have to actually go into my channel settings for it. Well, you know what? Let me look right now. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can figure this out right now. All right, settings. History, data, live chat. Hold for review, no. Captions, no. All right, well, fuck it. I'll turn it off for next time. But yeah, because I have that same heart. So when somebody writes me a message and I see it on OBS, like the heart blocks out like the last word. It's really, I don't like it. I don't like it either. Let me see if I can change it at least on OBS. Let me see here. Oh no, I can't do it there. Oh yeah, that's right, because it's tied into well, whatever, who gives a fuck. Let's get started. let's get started, man. I'm all over the place tonight, man. All right, so this airplane took off from A11 at BWI. That's the gate. This should be gate A11 we're at right now. Now this, I live in Baltimore. This whole wing, let's see if they have the loop. Okay, yeah. So when you drive through, right, like all of this, like almost half of this roundabout is all dedicated to Southwest. Like all of this shit is like Southwest. And then it's the other aircrafts. There's international over here, and then like cargo over there, and like private jets and shit. So oops. Let's pick out a good camera view for... Oh, well, we already got the camera view. Here we go. I like that one. We won't stick with that one. Now, I am on a bit early today. Hey. I set this plane up. Why does it look all fucked up, this plane? Like the panel's missing. Let's restart real quick. Because before I started the night, I went in and like went through all the settings and set everything up and saved it. I'm wondering if the pushback feature that I downloaded is messing with this. Because it was messing with another plane as well. I may have to delete it. Let's see what happens when we restart. Because I know I saved this thing to delivery. We may have to delete that that pushback feature. Oh, all right, looks like we're okay now. Tablets there. All right, good. So we just had to do a restart. Well, Mr. Grease, when you do check this out, you will see that 10 minutes in, 5 minutes in, we're doing a restart. All right, let's go ahead and get the jetway connected. Let me see. I think there's stairs on the outside there. Let me see here. Yeah, let's get rid of those stairs. So even in a cold and dark state, you can come down here to either one of these FMSs and just hold the menu button in. And you can get into the setup. There's tons of screens that you can use for setup. What I did was I set everything up, put the startup state that I wanted, and then saved it there. So, but it looks like everything is good. It should be good. Let's load WN, because that's what I just did. All right, very good. Now let's go to actions. Bro, what's up, Keith? What's up? What's good, dude? What's up, man? Happy Saturday night. I get to have boring Saturday nights at home because I have kids. And as a single parent, I just can't leave them at home. I don't know if I'd want to do anything right now anyways, man. I'm kind of happy being home, man. After working all week, it's kind of nice being home sometimes. All right, let's get rid of the stairs. Let's release those bitches. So we doing a twofer tonight, man. We flying from my hometown, Fort Lauderdale, on this Pmdg 737-800. And then we're flying to ATR 72-600 from Fort Lauderdale to the Bahamas. That's what we're going to be doing. All right, let's get the jetway connected. So we changed it here. Let's come over here and click on this button for request. And that'll bring the jetway over. We may have to open the door, so let's do that. All right, and let's get everything set up for our flight. Let's bring in our flight plan and look at the OBS, not the OBS, what the hell is it called? The flight plan. All right, request. Man, I hear that, dude. I'm divorced as well. I feel you on that one. I've been divorced for a minute now, man. It's definitely a lot quieter in my house than it used to be. And a lot less drama. Oh yeah, a lot less drama. Ugh. God damn, this back scratcher is nice. Jesus Christ. All right. I bought this back scratcher from like a Halloween store years ago. It's got like these, it's a skeleton hand, but man, them skeleton fingertips, man, they dig the hell out of your back, man. It feels so good. All right. Oh, I didn't set up this shit. I got to go back out to the main menu. I didn't set this plane up right on the outside. Fuck my life. Damn it. So I wrote the tail number down and the flight number and all that. I was going to put it in. Shit. All right, let's go here. Okay. I was thinking if I should delete that toolbar, but it'll be okay, I think. All right, N 444WN is the tail number. WNBC. All right, and then we got SWA 2845. I guess we'll turn on the ATC tonight. Try to keep it a little realistic, I guess. All right, N444WN. We'll turn it on. We'll turn it on when we get to where we're going. After reloading, I'll go into options and turn it on. All All right, A11 should be right here. What? There we go. A11. No! Fuck you. There we go. All right, got live weather on. That's funny. You got the same back scratcher, man. That's funny. Hey, what's up, Frank? Yeah, I mean, if things go well when the stream's over tonight, I'll put the wrench back on you. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, we gonna be on for a little bit tonight. I'm doing 2 flights. Oh, rude. Okay, you can pound sand, Frank. I don't live for Frank the King, man. I got shit to do when I'm not streaming. I got shit to do. How rude. Pound sand, Frank. All right, let's try this again. Now that we got the right flight information for our tail and for the ATC. All right, let's come back here again. Let's disconnect the stairs. All right, actions, ground services. Let's get rid of the stair. Hey, bitch, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? All right, actions. All right, release. And we're going to change this to jetway. Let's turn off the pushback feature. Let's put the ATC back on. We can get rid of checklist. All right, we can leave all that on. All right, let me go turn on all the ATC stuff. All right, let me go to voices. Let's turn them down to like 30. They're real loud. All right, we'll turn photogrammetry on once we get up in the air. All right, all that's good. And now let's go here to assistance. And we already got ATC there. All right, we got that. And we should have this one turned on. That's where Giga Chad, Mega Karen can reply for us. Yeah, sorry to hear that about your Wi-Fi, man. Sometimes that happens. All right, let's request the jetway. And let's open the door. All right, let's get our flight plan pulled in. There we go, SWA 2845. And let's look at our flight plan here. So let's see how much fuel we need. So we have a fuel block of, say, 8.4, so we need 8,400. So let's go to fuel here. So I'm not going to mess with, like, the trucks and shit coming. We're just going to do it without having all that stuff come by. So let's type in 8,400. Let's type in 8,400 there. And now let's go to payload, and let's see how many peeps we got. Oh, hang on, that shouldn't be. It should be 1 cabin, not first in economy. Give me a second, let me change that. Oh, wow, man. I didn't hear about that aftershock. That's pretty wild, man. Was it real strong, or was it, like, just kind of... Like, I'm sure it wasn't as strong as yesterday, but... Alright, aircraft... No, it's probably under simulation. Let's see here. Alright, rudder... No, not there. Oh, let me see what IRS options are. Let me see if it's on fast. Yep, fast. Okay, that's good. All right, let's go back to aircraft, and we can try equipment. I don't think it's in there, though. Could be. All right, cost index, minimums, nothing with that. Huh, it didn't store this. I put that as yes before. That's weird. Oh, that's because I didn't load... Shit. Hang on a second. Give me a second. Let's load. Let me load up WN. I just did this before I started the night. Yo, what's up, Terrio? Welcome back, my dude. Alright, let's go back to... Let me see if I can... Let's see if it's one cabin or two cabins. Alright, it's still two cabins. Alright, let's get that set up for one cabin because it's southwest. Alright, set up. Let's go back here. Let's go through all the equipment. I don't think it's in here. Damn, I changed all this shit. What the fuck is going on here? Hang on, I gotta change all this shit again. Alright, allow GPS. Okay, that's there. Water and cyan, E-tops. Okay, max. Auxiliary fuel. Alright, heads up display. Let's put that in. Yaw dampener gauges. Yes. Alright, performance improvement package. Auto probe heat. Carbon. Here we go. Cabin layout. Single cabin. Alright, new cutoff switches. Alright, pressurization panel, window shades. Alright, Wi-Fi antenna, nav radios or MMR. I stored all this stuff. Hand to God, I did all this stuff like 20 minutes before I started the night. And I don't know why it didn't save. Let me just go through the other menus real quick. Just to make sure. Alright, split axis. Show. All right, we got pounds. That's good. All right, let's go return. Failures. Okay, service-based failures are turned on. And let's just go through simulation real quick. All right, sync. That's on. Show thrust lever position, yes. Okay, pause at top, 8x speed, that's good. Yokes moving lowered, no. Rudder, let's flip this back and forth real quick, that way. Alright, very good. Okay, so we're all good now. Alright, let's go to actions. Alright, let's put in 8,400 for fuel. Did the, Okay, jetway is connected. Okay. So we got 8,400 for fuel. Now let's go look at our payload and all that stuff. See how many passengers we got. We got 170 and it's 4,200 for the cargo. So let's do, I don't know if we can do 170 people, but oh yeah, we can. All right, 170. And cargo in, let's do 1,500 in the front and 2,700 in the rear. All right, very good. Now let's go to ground services and let's type in 8,400 here. Let's type in 170 here and 1,200 here and 2,700 there. All right, very good. Now we can start up the plane. So let's put the battery on. Put the ground power on. Let's turn on our anti-collision lights. All right, let's align the IRS. Nav and nav. Let's come down here. And let's go to position initialization. Let's see what it says. Baltimore's position is here. We got north 3910, west 76. West 3910, west 70. Okay, so we can use that. Plug that in. And let's see here. We got K, BWI. And we are at gate A11. Not in database. All right, whatever. Very good. So that's all done. Let's go to route. Let's wait for our screens to kick on and then we'll... Oh yeah, I have a keyboard I use. I have a keyboard, mouse, and a controller. I use the mouse for clicking a lot of things, but I use the keyboard mainly for changing the camera angles, like outside the airplane, changing the heading. For thrusters, I usually use the keyboard, but as far as like some things, I use the controller for to interact with. But yeah, I just started using the key. You're right, it is easier. I just started using the keyboard maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I'm still kind of getting used to it, but yeah, using it at times is definitely quicker. All right, let's go ahead and request the flight plan. All right, BWI to Florida. Let's select that. All right, let's load that in. Activate and execute. All right, we got SWA 2845. Let's go departure. And let's go to our flight plan here. So we're doing runway 28, Connell 4, Scoob. All right, runway 28, Connell 4, Scoob. Hey, what's up, Grease? Magic. Yep, magic, and then to our landing. 28 right, Florida. Okay. All right, let's put in our landing. And we are doing RNAV. What did I choose? RNAV Y. Oh, now it's saying 28 right's not being used. Hang on, let me look at Navigraph real quick. Oh, looks like it's runway 10. All right, I guess we're gonna do runway 10 left. Let's see what landing goes with 10 left. They changed. I guess oh yeah, because the wind changed. Hang on, I'm working this out in Navigraph real quick. Being that I'm using live weather, I'm trying to stick with active runways as much as I can. All right, let's remove that. Man, come on, Navigraph, stop being a bitch. It runs great all the time. Then I needed to actually work. And anyways. All right. Let's go down here. Come on, bitch. Let's go. All right, here we go. Now we can change to runway. All right, runway 10 left. Yeah, man. We doing 2 flights tonight, baby. We're doing the Pmdg 738, and then we're doing the ATR 600. We got a little bit of a layover in Fort Lauderdale, and then we're gonna be catching that ATR to Main Island for Bahamas. All right, now we got CUDA 3. We can still use that. We can still use magic. And let me see what runway. I mean, what approach. It's probably still going to be an RNAV approach. Oh, I like this one better, actually. Okay, yeah, let's do that. RNAV Y and Yaloi. We're gonna have to erase a waypoint, but that'll be okay. Hey, what's up, dude? I was looking for you like 8 o'clock this morning. I didn't see you on, so I went back to bed. All right, let's redo this. So we're gonna do RNAV Y 10 left with Yaloi, and we're gonna do CUDA, and magic is gonna be our CUDA 1, Coppin, Deloy. Shit, I don't see magic. Okay, that's cool. All right, we got. All right, there's Coppin. We have Primus, Monroe, Birdman, Hoyt, Wiu, Yobi. This is a little difficult because they're running on an old AirAC system. So I'm trying to find something that works. All right, we have Coppin, Deloy, Friol, Wiu. All right, Rafts. All right, there's Jipod. There's Coppin. Well, fuck, man. All right, Cuda, Mackle, Wiu, Holt, Junix, Birdman, Plump, Abid. Let me type in some of these waypoints and see if I can figure this out. Dulee. Okay, I can use dually. That's right next to magic. We'll just erase magic. Alright. Alright, we got that. Now let's go ahead and fix some shit up here. So, sorry about that, guys, but the runway changed last minute, so... Alright, we can go dually, erase that, execute that. Now click on dually, and erase magic, because they're right next to each other. Okay, that's done. And for our arrival, we need to get rid of a waypoint. We need to get rid of Waynar. And where's BPEC at? Okay, so let's get rid of Waynar. Let's get rid of this vectors. And then let's get rid of Waynar. All right, very good. Now let's check this route out. Now we should be very good now. Let's click on legs. This took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take, man. They changed that runway last minute. All right, let's put this on plan. Now let's click on the steps button and step through this shit. Looks good to me. All right, very good. Let's get the let's remove the jetway. Let's get the the APU flowing. All right, actions. Let's remove the oh shit, it still got the stairs there. Shit. All right, let's release the stairs. Oh man, I love me some Primus. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. I've been trying to get this fixed. Yeah, Primus is a good ass band, man. I like me some Primus. Hey, you people watching, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's make it happen. All right, let's get rid of the jetway. Let's close the doors. All right, they're already closed. Let's put on this fuel pump. Let's put on the APU. Let's put on APU bleed. We got auto probes. We can turn on the window heats. We can turn on the electric pumps. Arm the emergency lights. Fasten your seatbelts. Turn on the yaw dampener. I think this will bring the wind in automatically, but just in case, let me get that set up, and then we'll go ahead and bring in our payload and everything. All right, these are getting ready to go on. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and look at our forecast to see if we can actually get this brought in. It should work. Let's return there. Let's release the ground power and remove the wheel chocks. Go to pushback. Get the tug selected. All right, that's not working yet. Maybe it will in a minute. Let's go ahead and at least bring our payload in. Oh, hang on, we gotta do some other setup first. All right, let's get our departure weather. Maybe that's why it wouldn't pull over. And let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go import from here. All right, we got runway 28. Import from the aircraft. Import weather. And let's calculate. All right, very good. That's all done. Now let's go ahead and import. Oops. All right, request. All right, let's load. Execute. All right, our cost index is 5. It's defaulted for 18, but our cost index is 5. And our planned fuel is 8.1. I'm sorry, it's 5.8. So let's type in 5.8. Let's see if we can get this forecast brought over now. There we go. Now it should click over. All right, let's load that. There we go. Let's execute. Very good. All right, let's go back here. Saying insufficient fuel, but it's got us at the wrong cruising altitude. Let's fix that and see what if we still get that message. All right, 36,000 is our cruising altitude. All right, will that fill it in? Still saying insufficient fuel. 5.7, 8,400. Oh, you know what? Because we switched because it's a little bit of a longer flight now. Give me a second. Let me fix that. All right, actions. Let's go to fuel. Let's type in like, I don't know, let's type in like 11,000. And let's put that over here as well. All right, and now let's come back here and request again. We'll have to do that calculator also again. The takeoff calculator. All right, let's load. Okay, execute. All right, we got a cost index of 5. Let's put in 36,000 feet. All right, let's go back here. Let's type in like 9. Reserves are not that. Reserves are 5.7. All right. cruise wind is 305 by 86. All right, now let's redo our takeoff calculator real quick. So import from aircraft, import weather again, calculate. All right, very good. All right, let's go to N1. What temperature is it saying we need to be at here? 45. And we're doing takeoff 1. Yep, takeoff 1. Now let's go to takeoff. Let's go to next page. Let's put in the slope. Slope's, let's see here, 0.12. And the wind is 310 by 11. So let's put in 310 by 11. And 0.12. Let's go back. Flaps 5. Cost index should come in automatically. Here we go. And we are ready to back up and get this party started. Let's back up. We're not going to contact the ATC or anything. They can pound sand. Let's go ahead and... All right, let's push back. All right, push back, tug. And we want to turn the nose to... Turn it to the left, I believe.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our right. Copy that. Ready for push, tail right. Police brake brake, please. Brakes released. Brakes released. Here we go.
I don't know why I always get that. I don't always get it, but that insufficient fuel thing really bothers me because it's more than enough fuel for this flight. I mean, like, I have enough. Like, I built it with enough to fly to Orlando if we need to, like, as an alternate destination.
Brakes set. Alright, steering pin is disconnected. Watch for the slip release from guidance on your left. Have a good flight.
Baltimore ground SWA 2845, ready to taxi departing straight out with whiskey.
SWA 2845 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 28 using taxiway Hotel Papa uniform. Cross runway 22 uniform 1 cross runway 28 Victor. Contact tower on 119er decimal 4 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 28 using taxiway Hotel Papa uniform cross runway 22 uniform 1 cross runway 28 Victor SWA 2845.
Some of these messages we'll fix while we're in the air. Like that one we just got for the 230 knots. We'll fix that while we're in the air. Alright, let's put our flaps down. Yes. I've heard that before, Keith. Yeah, girls can be pilots as well. They have to be good at handling a stick. That's what I heard. Alright, let's verify takeoff speeds. And... Alright, 144. So let's put 144. Oh, let's turn our flight director on. That's probably a good thing. Let's put in 13,000 feet here. Because we have to be below 13,000 feet. Let's do 144 there. And what was our runway heading? 285. All right, very good. Let's do a couple of things here real quick. Let's change that. Let's change that. Let's put this on traffic. Let's put this on data. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. That off. That off. We'll put Mega Karen on flight plan duty. You can have access to data as well. Let's put the brakes on. And let's find out what our METAR is. 1013 and a half. That's not bad. Let's double check that. Yep, 1013 and a half. And let's get our departure. We're doing Connell. So let's pin that. Bring that up. And let's switch this to... we'll leave it in inches since we're in America. Let me check it out on... Yep, that is correct. It's 29.93. Very close. Alright, let's taxi. Girls can be pilots too, yep. Nowadays they can. Oh, I didn't know I could turn in this mode. That's pretty interesting. God, there are so many views. Jesus. I just realized this for the first time. I had no idea that I could turn in this mode. Goodbye, Baltimore. I think I'm gonna live in the Bahamas from now on. I'll just stay there. Start a business just taking photographs of people on the beach and selling those little keychain photos. Find some little Bahama mama down there and get her to start braiding people's hair on the beach. We'll be set, man. We will be set. Boy, if this had a HUD system like Aerofly, I could just take off in this mode right here. Aerofly, the top is always, it always shows the horizon indicator and all that. I like that feature. That way you could sit here and fly on the outside like this. I know it's not very realistic with all the other bullshit that I have down here, but I like having that available so when I'm in these kind of camera views, I know like what the engines are doing and, you know, what the altitude is and my vertical speed and all that. But yeah, so I was looking online this afternoon and I was like, you know what, I started looking at like Air Corsica on the ATR 72, right? And then I was like, well, it's going to this airport, let's see like what, you know, like what flights are leaving from this airport. So then I got the idea of like doing something where it's like a vacation destination type place, you know, like we're flying to an airport, then we got a small little layover, and then we take like the little plane to the destination. So I didn't have a lot of liveries. So the airplanes that were leaving the airports in France that I was looking at, there wasn't really any 738s like I have. There was a few of the A320neos, but I just did like 2 videos back to back with that. So I was like, well, let me look here, because I said I know that planes from Baltimore go to Fort Lauderdale every day, and I know Fort Lauderdale goes to the Bahamas like all the time. So that's kind of how I landed on this. So we're gonna fly to Fort Lauderdale, taxi to the gate, get off the airplane, load up an ATR 72-600, and fly that thing to the Bahamas. It's part of the reason why I'm starting so early tonight. Is that way I'm not like still streaming at midnight tonight. I am a human being, and I do like enjoying my Saturday nights. This is very enjoyable to me as well, but I'm also very lazy at times, and I like to lay down. So I'm gonna do that when I'm done this. I might be getting up early tomorrow and doing an early morning flight, maybe. I'm thinking about doing like a Cessna Longitude or a TBM 930 or something like that. Just a small little, you know, propeller airplane maybe. Or I might do another 737 or the 320 Neo. I don't know yet. I haven't really decided. Or I may just take my kids out to breakfast. I don't know. I'm going to stop up here so I can get the camera view correct. Yeah, this plane does not like to turn very good. There's two options you have for turning the airplane. They have rudder mode, which is what I have it on, which gives you like a 72-degree turning radius. And then they have rudder and tiller, but that has a more narrow turning radius. So, all right, Keithy, you know what? I'll let you know before I leave tonight. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be. I don't know yet. If I do it, it's going to be at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, that's cool, Tario. That's where we're flying tonight, man. We're flying to the Bahamas. God, I really need to get a new setup, man. This plug-in thing, I don't know if it's the wire I use or the actual plug-in adapter here, but man, sometimes that sound is so crazy. All right, let's turn on the auto throttle. Let's turn on LNAV and VNAV. Yeah, I've been to the Bahamas a few times, man. I love it down there. All right, let's put on our landing lights. Put on our strobe lights. Let's put this on continuous. Let's ding the bitches in the back. Ding ding bitches. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, we can put our heads up display down. And we can see our toga screw. That's what I'm talking about. Our toga screw is right here. We got to click on that screw to go into toga mode. All right, let's release the parking brake. Is this down? No, it was down. Okay. I'm going to put on autopilot as early as I can. That way we can like sit on the wing and just kind of chill. So we got to be below 13,000 feet at stable. And then Connell, we got to be below 14,000 and then we're free to climb. Yeah, the only time I've been to the Bahamas, I've been there. I went on a cruise once with my family. I think that was Nassau, I think we went to. I've been to Freeport a couple of times, and I've been to Atlantis once, many years ago. I forget what island Atlantis is on. I think it starts with a P. Princess Island, I think is what it's called, maybe. Damn sound. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's give it some fuel. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Alright, let's click our toga screw. Give me that which I desire. Song's pretty good. The album sucks. I didn't like Load when it came out back in the day. I'm a huge Metallica fan. I can never really get down with Load and Reload. Like, a couple songs are okay, but yeah.
Positive rate of climb.
That's cool, man. Abaco. I don't think I've heard of Abaco before.
Baltimore Tower, SWA 2845, frequency change. Potomac Approach, SWA 2845, is type Boeing 737 2 miles west of Baltimore, 2,400 feet.
Where's that, like, in ratio to, like, Grand Bahamas or, like, Nassau? Is that, like, more south than there, or is that, like, kind of in that area?
Squawk 0055.
Oh, hang on. Let's turn on photogrammetry. I mean, I could look it up, to be honest. I could look up the island. I got a lot of things going on right now, so okay. I'm sure it's a very beautiful place to live, man. I'm sure it's got its, you know, negatives, its drawbacks too, but I'm sure it's got a lot of positive things about living there. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love to live, like, something that's considered paradise, like, you know, where it's pretty much warm all year round, like good weather, on the ocean. Like, I just love hearing the ocean. I don't know, I love it. I'm not a huge fan of being in the ocean, but, like, I love hearing the sound of the ocean.
SWA 2845.
SWA 2845 radar contact 3 miles west of Baltimore, 2,900 feet. Clear through the Bravo airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace, SWA 2845.
SWA 2845, contact Potomac approach on 119.7. Good day.
119.7 SWA 2.
I'll have to look into a new cable maybe, or a new... I have this adapter thing for the Xbox.
845 3005.
You know what? I could probably plug it in here, actually.
845, Potomac approach QNH 29.9
No, better in here.
Potomac departure generic November 1468 Romeo is at 7.
This thing is real old, though. This adapter is probably like 7 or 8 years old. I had that since I had an Xbox One years ago.
Departure QNH 29.9 radar.
Hey, welcome everybody to the stream. We are in the air heading to Fort Lauderdale. Once we land in Fort Lauderdale, we're gonna do a quick layover, jump in an ATR 72-600 Silver Airways. That's that ATR with the nice pink livery with the, I think it's a flamingo on it. And then we're gonna fly to the Bahamas.
Climb and maintain 11,000 feet generic 68 Romeo.
My house is all the way over there, right by the water. It's a pretty okay place to live. There's the airport. Oh, actually, never mind. I'm down this area right here, right by the water. I wonder if we fly where the key bridge is. I wonder if the maps have been updated yet to, you know, not show you the key bridge anymore. All right, let's get ready to turn our landing lights off. We can put our heads-up display away. We can turn the APU off, I guess.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved SWA 2845.
All right, once we level off at 36,000 feet, we'll fix the speed discrepancies there.
Request flight following.
SWA 2845 Washington Center.
Oh no, man. No, I came very close to purchasing that thing, and I decided not to at last minute.
845.
Yeah, I'm real close to buying the Vulcan 2 from Just Flights. That thing, that military plane, looks awesome. Did you buy the A380? Look, I'm not judging you here. I bought plenty of shitty planes here, so I have a whole collection of shitty planes. I read somewhere yesterday. I forgot where I read it, but I read somewhere yesterday that the FBW is not coming to Xbox. I don't know if that's true or not. That is what I read, though. Why is it doing that? Oh, auto throttle's not on. Why are our reversers on? All right, let's do level change. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me pause. Let me mute myself for a second. I got somebody calling me. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call come in. Welcome all 7 people to the stream. What's up, yo? What's up, everybody? We're gonna go back to the drone camera as soon as we get to 18,000 feet where we can click on the standard pressure. We're going to Fort Lauderdale. We're landing, catching the ATR 72 from Fort Lauderdale to the Bahamas. So we got a little bit of a layover there while we get the sim brief set up, and well, it's already built in sim brief. I just have to push it over. But hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you guys noticed while I was muted, sometimes the engines go into reverser mode. I don't know if you noticed that. Like the engines would go red, and then instead of climb, they would go into reverser mode. The flight management system, like, you know, warning lights would come on and stuff. So it seems to be whenever I'm using my controller, right? Whenever I click on this thumbstick here to switch into cursor mode, it seems like that has something to do with the throttle. And that's not cool. Let me look at the controller scheme real quick. And then we'll go into the back, because that shouldn't be. Like, the only input that this button should be doing is to switch from cursor mode to it's not even pulling anything up. Oh, it wouldn't be there. It'd be under controller. Duh. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Yeah, see. I wonder if there's a mode on the keyboard I can use. Actually, let me see that, because that would be easier. Maybe then I can avoid all that. Let's type in cursor. No. Search by name. Okay, cursor toggle. So we don't have anything in for that yet. Let's see if we can do let's try alternate L. Nope, that's for the spoilers. All right, let's try alternate K. All right, there we go. So validate, save. All right, now let's try it. Nope. See, look. Look at that. And now, that is so weird that when you go into cursor mode, that shit happens. What the hell? Wow. Alright, so no cursor mode if I can help it. You know what? I don't know if that's a beta deal or if that's I don't know if that's because I'm doing, like, I'm playing in the beta mode. But I had this issue last time I flew this plane. I'd go into cursor mode and that would happen. That's really weird. Really weird. So I thought it was the controller at first, but it's not. That is... I wonder why that would happen. So when you go into cursor mode, it messes with the engines. I may have to contact Pmdg. Usually their stuff is rock solid, so... And I didn't have that issue. Well, you know, maybe I did have that issue before I downloaded the beta. I forget when I think the last update before the beta is when I started having that issue. I like using the controller to control a lot of stuff. Sometimes I can't use the mouse. Strange, oh strange, oh strange. Very weird.
Washington Center Airbus November 9er 7059er is at flight level 295, descending flight level 290. Airbus November 9er 7059er Washington Center radar, contact continue to Juliet Foxtrot Kilo.
Alright, while we're climbing, let's go back in the cabin. And let's look at what this is saying here. So, unable 280 knots at MNNTA. Let's clear that out. Let's go to our legs. Okay, MNNTA. So that's during our... Well, look at that. 0.7, then it's got 244 here for Yobi. No wonder it can't get to 280. That is weird. Let me see if that's part of our... Alright, we're almost out of there. We can deactivate that star. Now let's go to arrival. And we have CUDA 3. Let's pin that. And we are doing RNAV Y 10 left. Pin that. Alright, let's look at our charts. Oh, I thought that was pinned. Oh yeah, it is. So maybe that's before. Is that waypoint before our Razzle Scoob? Oh yeah, it is. Wii U, Raft, no. Yobi. Dooley is where magic is. That's like one. Okay, so let's look at, is Yobi on there? Probably not, because it's an old, yeah, Yobi's not on there. So this is the new chart, right? CUDA 3. Well, this system hasn't been updated in 2 years, this system. So we're doing CUDA 1. So let's fix this. So it should be 0.745. Well, actually, let's see what it... Let's look at our flight plan and see if it's got something there, speed-wise. Loker, Benke, Holt, Junix, Plump. Alright, so we'd be right around here is where that is. And they're all still point... That's 30,000 feet, 0.77. 25,000 feet, 0.70. That's at 31, so let's do 0.7. All right, 0.7. 740 at flight level 316. All right, maybe it doesn't like the Mach number. Let's put in 280. All right, flight level 316. Yeah, it's all right, dude. It's all good.
Generic 47 Hotel, you are 72 miles northeast. Maintain present heading and altitude, expect vector, visual runway, 27 approach.
All right, let's do 260A. Flight level 316. All right, there we go. Now that's fixed. All right, let's try 250A at flight level 316. Maybe I should just get rid of Yobi altogether. There we go. $280 B. All right, that's fixed, but we're still getting that fuel deal. That makes no sense to me. I guess I can always just put in more fuel. I mean, that's what the flight called for. I mean, I put in what it called for. Let's
Going to 123.85 SWA 2845. Washington Center, SWA 2845, flight level 355.
SWA 2845 Washington Center radar contact continue.
Nah, man, I didn't buy the Vulcan yet. I'm still kind of like holding off on if I'm gonna get, you know, if about buying something right now, just because the new simulator's coming out soon. So I'm like I kind of want to save money for that. I have no idea what it's. I think it's probably going to be like 100, 120 again. I know they have a free version coming out on Game Pass, but I'm kind of trying to save my money for the new sim. If I do get another plane here, it's going to be the Vulcan. I've already decided that that's the next plane I'm going to get. Hey, you want to hear something weird? I don't know if you saw this or not. So, when I was climbing, the engines here, every once in a while, would spike into the red. And then this would go out of cruise. It went... The thrusters went into reverser mode, right? So it turns out whenever I go into, so this is like regular flying mode, whenever I go into cursor mode, which has like the drop down boxes and it's got that big circle reticle that I use. Whenever I go into that mode, it like throws the engines all the way forward and then all the way back. It's weird. I looked at the controller setup. I even remapped the key for it on the keyboard, but it still does it. It's so weird. I don't know why it does it. Air show assistant. All right, I'll take a look. Pretty cool. You can see the trail from the engine on the bottom of the screen there. Wow, if I still had that Series S, I bet you I wouldn't be able to read the letters underneath the body there. Yeah, and I just bought the gold version of Construction Simulator. Like, that was $50. I'm a huge fan of the Construction Simulator games, and I have it on the PS4, but I wanted to get it on the Xbox. You know, being a new generation and all that. But that gold edition came with everything from Season 1, both DLCs, all the other vehicle packs. It was a really good deal, I think, for $50. So, but yeah, next plane I get will be the Vulcan. I really like that plane. All right, we could probably go into 8X mode here. 8X speed for a while. I was reading in the forums last night. Lot of people complaining about how the mods are, where the descriptions are wrong, known issues aren't, you know, out there, that you can't leave comments on the ratings. So I was chatting in there last night about that, and a lot of people that I was talking to last night have an issue with how the mods are in this game. Like, they really want it set up to where, like we talked about before, where it's like how like the train simulator does it, where it's all under one flag. You know, so either Asobo or Microsoft would have to stamp it. You don't know who makes it. It's just, I mean, they could maybe put their name somewhere, but I brought up the point that I bought a couple of planes that are flat out broken, and you don't know they're broken until after you download it. Like, that shouldn't be. They should have an accurate description and let you leave comments for the ratings. Maybe we could do that. You know, all of us, Keith, Grease, me, we should start an app. We should start an app or a website where you can go in and rate the mods for all these different games and actually leave reviews. I bet you there would be a pretty good market for a website like that. Car Mechanic Simulator, Train Simulator, Sims, City Builder games, anything that's a simulator. You know, we'll have pages set up with all the mods on there, and then people can leave their reviews, but we have to verify that they actually own the mod. I think that would be pretty cool, man. Because I know some of these planes I wouldn't have bought if I knew the truth. All right, what do we got until descent? 5:15. All right, let's go 8X for a while. All right, we are now officially in 8X mode. Yeah, I'm so scared to buy, like there's a new military plane that just came out. It's really cool looking. It's got like 16 propellers. You know, it's got 2 propellers but like 16 blades. It's a really cool plane. I forget, it's like an UF-11 or something 11, I think, but it's from like, I think it's from the 40s or the 50s. It looks so awesome, but like I've never heard of the I never heard of the mod. The people who making it. Like the Embraer that I bought, I wouldn't have bought that junk. If I mean, it's definitely worth $10. Like, I'm glad I got it for $10, but I bought a couple planes from Flight FX that are kind of broken. I bought one from this new Technam plane that doesn't work at all. If I would have known the truth, I wouldn't have bought them. Right, right. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. One nice thing about this plane with Pmdg is that when we're in this sped up mode, it slows down to regular speed when you get to a waypoint. Or a turn, it slows down to regular speed, and then once you're about a half a mile past the waypoint, it picks up speed again. Oh yeah, yep. Oh, by the way, Grease, next time I stream, I think that heart's gonna be gone. I looked into it. I just remembered it, like, as I was going live, and I'll take care of it, because I don't like that heart being on the chat either. But yeah, I don't, like, if it's, like, there's certain ones that I know are good. Just Flight, Inabuilds, Pmdg. There's certain companies that I know make, like, 2Pilot makes really good liveries, so does 4Simmers. But all these other companies that are coming out, like, I don't trust them, man. But somebody's got to buy it and test it out. So I mean, if it's cheap enough, I'll do it. But I really don't want to buy anything right now until the new simulator comes out. Oh, 8x speed, God bless you. Mwah. So we got to go to Terminal 1 is where this plane arrived at. Let me look at the map and see if I know where Terminal 1 is. Terminal 1's also where the ATR's taken off from, too. Okay, Terminal 1's all the way on the northwest end of the airport. Okay. All right, let's see what's doing in the cockpit. Yeah, that heart, I had no idea the heart showed up on your guys' end. Like, sometimes when I'm, like, staring at my screen, it's because the heart's blocking some words, and I'm trying to, like, kind of make out what's being said, like, but, yeah, man, yeah, I definitely want to get rid of that heart. I looked into it very briefly as I started, but, yeah, I'll take care of it before next time. All right, we got 418 until... All right, let's look at our approach chart, because we're doing this RNAV landing. And I think we have a localizer available. Oh, it was 114. Yeah, 114.1. Oh, 114.4. That's what we're going to plug in. So I'll plug into ILS as backup. All right, so we got 11440. Let's do that over here as well. 114, because we're going to try to do a glide path landing and a final approach course, which is kind of like, it's like a fake ILS landing. It's essentially the same thing, but like at 100 feet over the airport, like it stops doing the landing feature. You got to take control of it yourself. And then 110.1 is 110, oops, 110.1 and 110.1. All right, and we might as well set up the heads-up display for our landing tonight too. So let's go into here, landing en route. We're doing 10 left. All right, so the length is, hang on, we need the length and the height. Okay, so it's 7 feet and 9,009. So let's set up our heads-up display for landing. So let's come down here, click on mode, and we have instrument, visual, click on runway, type in 7, enter. Runway, now we have our length, which is 9,009. Hit enter. All right, so now we have the height and the length. So now when we're landing, it'll put the reticle right smack dab in the middle of the touchdown zone. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's their choice. You know, maybe it's their choice that, you know, why they're not stamped yet. I don't know. All right, we got about 330 miles to descent. Now, this type of landing, I'm always a little like nervous about doing because we're just making a U-turn and like landing right away. It's not like we don't have like 20 miles to like go down. We're like, we go past the airport a few miles and then we make a loop and then come back around. You know, hopefully the autopilot will take care of it all, but if it doesn't, I guess we got to do it. And as long as I don't go into cursor mode, we should be okay. That is so weird. I'm going to have to get on the forums and find out, or open up a ticket with Pmdg. I have no idea why that happens. Go into cursor mode and it throws the engines in reverse. It's the stupidest thing. Almost the stupidest thing. The Embraer is the most stupidest thing. And then after that, I think it would be this. If you're brand new to the simulator and you want to push a few buttons and get into a plane that you don't really like to do much, the base A320 is good. Or if you have $10, you could buy a pizza. But that Embraer is not bad if you're just beginning. Because you do have to input a few things. You do have a few buttons to control, but the bad part about it is that nothing shows up on the the navigation display. Like it's stuck on heading select. It never shows anything other than that. So you really have no idea like what mode you're in. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Don't buy that plane. Buy a pizza instead. Just forget about everything I said for like the last 2 or 3 minutes. Stick with the A320. Yeah, I hear you. 2021, man, I didn't do anything with Microsoft. It was just a dream for me back then. I was still playing Aerofly all the time on my iPad. Back when I could play Aerofly on my iPad. Now I can't play it on my iPad anymore. 5 years of running that game at 60 frames a second on my iPad. All of a sudden now I can't play the new version of Aerofly. There's only one plane on that whole thing I care about. 2 planes, actually, that I care about flying, which I can't fly anymore. The CRJ 900 and the Dash 8 Q400. I love both of those planes in that simulator. Oh, and the Learjet 45. Those 3 planes, man, I can't play it. Can't start it up on my iPad anymore. The old version I can, but not the new version. It is not compatible anymore. So as you can see, we slowed down a bit. That's because we just came to a waypoint, probably. Yeah, I hear you. All right, we got 191 until our descent. We'll try to leave it in autopilot as much as we can. If I need to fly it manually, I certainly will. Well, that's good. That's good that Microsoft did something good for you. All right, let me see if our approach has any kind of required navigation performance here. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're coming in and doing this kind of landing. All right, is there any kind of RNP that I need to see here? No. Oh yeah, required navigation performance is 0.15. Okay. And we got a decision height of 330. All right. Hello. There's no reference charts? Oh my god, shut the fuck up already, Jesus. Yep. I want a good Dash 8 too, man. I love flying that plane in Aerofly, man. That was one of my favorite planes to fly in Aerofly. Absolutely. No more. I can play the old version, but not the new one. All right, we're going to slow down here in a minute or two. As we're coming up on our top of descent here. All right, we're really moving now. You can see 79, 78, 77, 76. Welcome to my channel. If you are brand new, we are flying to Fort Lauderdale on this Pmdg airplane, doing a quick layover, and then jumping into ATR 72, 600, and going from Fort Lauderdale to the Bahamas. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and then you can leave if you want to, but you can't leave until you do both of those things. All right, let's plug in 24,000 feet. VPath is still showing, so we should descend automatically. Now, the required navigation performance we'll put in once we get really close to the airport. Right now, as you can see, it's at 2, and our actual navigation performance is 0.6. So we're okay right now. Let's match up our heading. As long as I don't have to go into cursor mode on the way down, I think we'll be okay. If I have to go into cursor mode on here, like it could throw the engines into reverser, and we could like be in really bad shape. So I'm gonna try my best to not go into that mode. I don't think I'm gonna have to. There are some buttons that I can't really control. Well, you know what? I could just put the cursor here and interact with it, I guess. Cursor mode has a big reticle, and I can move the camera around and not affect the way the plane flies. So, all right, I can adjust at least the, I think it was 330 was, I think it was 336. We'll look at it a little bit later. And we got 52 miles to the top of descent. Very good. Oh, the ATR is great, man. That's one of my favorite planes to fly in this game. It sounds good. It's fun. I love being able to click actually on the display screens to be able to interact with stuff. Like, they did a really good job putting that plane together. It was like, it's Hans something worked with Microsoft to put that plane together. When I was making the description for tonight's flight, you know, I wanted to see who made it. I thought it was Just Flight, but it's no, it's Microsoft and this other guy, Hans something or something. It's got a long last name. Sweet. Oh, I know the ATR is stamped. I know that. Yeah, that's it. Hans Hartmann. That's right. Yep. Are you hitting those extra periods so I can read? I appreciate that. If that's why you're hitting those periods, that's very good thinking. I appreciate that. Because if you didn't hit that period, I wouldn't have been able to see Hartmann. I've been wondering why the last few streams you've been hitting extra periods. Now it just kind of clicked. Like it just click. Now I get it. Should we make it darker outside, even though that's not the real time? I tried to keep the real time going because the plane took off at around 8 o'clock in the morning, but we can make it welcome back, Frank. Maybe we'll do that with the ATR. Maybe we'll leave it kind of regular for here. Let's put it back on. It should have been around this time. I hear you. I never heard of Microsoft either. But yeah, the plane does sound really good though. That ATR, I mean, I like flying those kind of planes. Like, I really wish somebody would make a dash, some sort of dash bombardier, Q8, something, just somebody can make it. That, and I want a CRJ. I want like a CRJ-X or a 900 or something. What, the dash? You have it? Well, there's no, what plane do you have? The dash? I have never seen a dash on the marketplace. I think you lying, man. Huh. What? But I bought you like double the amount you needed last time. You already used all that money up? So the answer is yes. So now you need $9 more. Is that what you're saying? I don't care. That's not what I'm asking you. 9 plus tax? Probably. All right. You can ask me instead of saying I need it. Right? Yeah, I'll work on it. Mm-hmm. What plane do you have, man? See, you're trying to change the subject. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Just say it. Do you have a Dash 8? Because I've never seen that plane before in the marketplace. A Dash 8 Q400. Grease over here. Breaking people's dreams. I thought we should be descending already. Let me go back in the cabin here. Hang on. What? No. They do, but you know, sometimes. Oh, the ATR you have. Oh, I got you. That makes sense then. No, Gavin, Jesus Christ. What are you trying to jump into the? I'm not talking to you. So Grease said that he had this plane. I thought he had the plane that Keith and I were talking about. He has, anyways. Somebody was knocking on the door, were they? Okay. Oh, there's our top of descent. Okay. We can go back into the cabin now. I'll text you the code. Okay, there you go. The engines are starting to slow down now. There we go. Yeah, I don't think anybody has it. I don't think it exists for Microsoft Simulator, which is really surprising. That's surprising. There's no MD like 80 or MD 11. Like there's some surprises out there. Like I would love to fly a Mad Dog 88. That would be awesome. That's my favorite plane to fly, an X-plane. I know there's a lot of planes, but they don't have the 2 or 3 that I want, so I'm not knocking Microsoft. I'm not knocking. I'm just saying I wish that they had these other couple planes. 3 planes. 1, 2, 3. CRJ 900 or CRJ-X, Dash 8 Q400, and an MD 88. Yes, Grease, I'm aware of that. I know. I don't have a PC though. But yes, you are right. They do have it for PC. Just like that, I think the FBW A380, I read last night as well, that it's not going to be coming out for Xbox. So if you want an A380 for like the next, I think for like 2 years, it's not going to come out. So if you want an A380 for the next couple years, you got to buy that piece of shit. So many people in the Microsoft forums are complaining about that plane. It's so funny. I was giggling my ass off reading the forums about how complete shit that plane is. I thought that was so funny. All right, let's go to 21,000. I like how this arc shows up, showing you where the plane thinks you're going to be at for that altitude. We might as well turn on VOR1. Okay, alright. So there's 3 people making the A380. Doesn't that kind of just go back to what we were talking about a few minutes ago about how there's like so many mods making like the same airplane? Like there's the FBW, there's the shit one, and then there's the Inabuilds. Man, I wish my son would get a job already, man, so I stop buying him PlayStation cards, man. That dude needs to get a job, for real. When I was his age, I was working. I was playing in 2 bands, I played lacrosse, had a job, and I still hung out with my friends on the weekends and at night. Yep, yeah, FBW, Inabuilds, yeah, Bredock, yeah. I think that's Latin for shit. Like, I think if you, like, went to Google Translate and typed in, like, you know, Latin to Greek or Latin to English, and you typed in Bredock, I think you would see just a big pile of dookie. Just a big old pile of shit. Alright, let's put this at 15,000. And let's come over here. Let's actually set up a fix. So we got runway 10 left. This is the only airplane in this simulator that I know of where you can actually type a runway in for a fix. Let's do 5 miles and then 10 miles. And then from here, let's go here. Let's figure out what our landing could be. Performance. No way. Alright, we'll redo this when we get a little closer, because obviously this weight's going to go down a bit. We'll eventually line back up again with this arrival, but being that we don't have most of these waypoints once we get down to here, we'll be back in line with everything. So. All right, well, let's just copy the data for now. We can always change it. Let's go to program. Let's go to page 4. 25 feet high. That's not bad. Oh yeah, the Azov battalion. He probably is giving money to the Azov battalion. That's why Russia went into the Ukraine in the first place, from what I understand, was to try to get all those Nazis out of there. Wow. I mean, they may be complete shit, but I mean, I guess he still puts in time to make it. Like, it can't be that simple to make, but yeah, I mean, I wonder what his cut is. Like, if he's selling it for $25, like, how much does Microsoft get? Either way, even if he made $5 an airplane, you know. Well, I don't know. 10,000 units times 5. I mean, it's only $50,000, but I mean, that could be a lot of money in the Ukraine. Either way, it's still a scam and a ripoff, and it makes me mad that people can make money scamming off people. I like the window shades. I clicked that in on the settings. It's cool how it's got like the window shades that pop up. Well, shit, why can't we do that? Let's go to that website tonight and download a plane and upload it. We can start making money doing that. Hell yeah, let's do that, man. Let's scam all these stupid Americans out of their money. Come on, Greece. Me and you versus America. Right? Let's get these fat Americans, these stupid fat Americans. Let's get them. Money, yeah. Nah, you know what? I don't know. I would have a hard time like sleeping at night knowing that, you know, I made uh-oh, hang on. You know, that I'd be scamming people. Alright, steep descent after a raft. Well, let's fix that. Alright, I'll tell you what, let's go out of VNAV mode for a little bit. Let's do VS, let's do minus 2000, and let's put this up to 270. Yeah, man, we should do that. We should get on a Zoom call one day and get on a website and start trying to make some money, man. That'd be awesome. We'll go back into VNAV mode in a little while. Let's just do it this way for now so we can make sure we get down to the right altitude and all that. Since I can't really go into cursor mode, I'm trying to do it this way. Oh yeah, you're right. And like with the DC-6 that they made, like they actually like own like some of the developers that model the airplane. They're actually DC-6 pilots that work for Pmdg that are like they actually have real aircraft pilots for that aircraft, like hands-on making it. It's awesome. That's why their shit is so good. All right, 2996 is the pressure right now. Wow. Well, you know what though? Got to give him credit for you know, having capitalism work on his side. I mean, like, can't be mad at that. I mean, you could be, but you know. Yep, that is the truth. I think next time I build a flight for this plane, I'm gonna use the old AirAC system so I can have the correct speeds and correct altitudes. All right, once we get to CUDA and 8,000 feet, we'll try to go back into VNAV mode again. Yes, yep, I am aware of that. Yep. I didn't know that when I first bought it, to be honest. I had no idea. But I did some research on it afterwards and watched a few videos of like how they make their planes. When I got the DC-6, that's when I started doing like the research and stuff right before I bought it. And I was surprised at like how much they do. It's great, I think. Yeah, they do things right, that's for sure. All right, let's go back into VNAV mode. Since we're going to be doing this particular landing. Yep. That's why they are as good as they are and partnered and stamped, and you know when their stuff comes out that it's going to be good stuff. Absolutely. All right, let's click approach on this thing here. Let's clear this out. Let's put our brakes up to 3. Their plane there. All right, so that's good. Saying 147, I don't agree with that, but could be right. I don't know. All right, let's set our RNP to 0.5. I mean 0.15. All right, 0.15, and it is 330. So let's set our RNP first. So we can do 0.15. Let's type in 3,900. And let's do 330. Yeah, I kind of figured there was something behind those high lines because all it is, it just says ATR, like there's no other liveries available. That kind of makes sense. I can't wait for the instant replay feature coming up on the next simulator. Whoa, that is pretty cool, man. I didn't know that. That's pretty dope, man. I like that. Yeah, I think we did talk about that part before. I think I remember talking to you about that.
Miami approach SWA 2845. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. SWA 2845, Miami approach. Clear to the Charlie airspace.
Should I be concerned that we're almost minus 3,000 on our vertical speed? Oh, well, no, we're on our glide path, so... That's what it says, at least. Oh, nice golf course. Yeah, that's right. Here we go. I got to get ready to take over control of the plane. First leg of our trip's almost over. All right, let's turn the autopilot off.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. Sink rate.
Shut up, Bob. I think this is Interstate 95, I think.
100. 30, 20, 10.
Little early. Not too bad, but a little early. Now let's find out where we're parking. What? There we go.
Ground SWA 2845 request taxi to the gate.
SWA 2845 taxi to gate 110 via taxiway, Quebec Tango 5 Tango Tango 8.
Taxiing to gate 110 using taxiway Quebec Tango 5 Tango Tango 8 SWA 2845.
Didn't have time to put on the runway turn-off lights or the taxi lights, so we'll just pretend that I did that. Yeah, that was a pretty good landing, man. A little bit early. Little bit early, but not bad other than that. We'll park at the gate. We'll get the jetway connected, or the stairs, and then we'll switch to the ATR and get that up and going, and off to the Bahamas, baby. Yes, sir. Yeah, pretty good landing. A little bit early, but I'll take it. That was pretty good. Really need to find out why going into cursor mode affects these engines the way they do. That is super crazy. Better watch out, little truck. I'm coming through. Subscribe and like. Don't think about it, just do it. Hit both of them things right now. Click, click. It's over and done with. Now you never have to do it ever again for the rest of your life. You only gotta do it one time. Just one time is all it takes. I don't see the VIN number anywhere on here that I typed in. I typed in the actual VIN number today, N444WN. I typed it in on the first screen. Oh, I'm way off. Jesus Christ. Guess I shouldn't have played with those lights. I don't think the air marshal's going to be very happy with me. Yeah, he's not even registering that we're here. Alright, whatever. Let's, we would have been okay if I didn't go for those lights. I lost track of the blue line, and that was that. Alright, let me, unload this flight in Navigraph. And let me go to SimBrief. And I already built the flight. I just have to re-push it. So it's the first one that shows up. All right, let's go to view flight plans. That's not what I chose. Oh, saved flights. All right, let's see here. There we go. KFLL to... There we go. Okay. Edit that. Keep the past time. Generate flight. Yeah. Blonde lady or an Asian lady? Take your choice. Either Asian or blonde. Yeah, see, I typed in all the info, but it didn't show the tail number anywhere. Alright, let's do ATR 72. We got Silver Airways. Customization. This one was N700 SV. We got silver. L. And we got 142. All right, and let's go to Navigraph again. Let me pull the flight in. Import flight. SimBrief. There we go. All right, now let's choose. That's still BWI. Yeah, that's still BWI. Okay. Let's type in Fort Lauderdale. KFLL. And we need A7 is where this plane took off from. So I believe that should be up here somewhere. Maybe not. No, this is Terminal 1. That should be A7. If I can't find it fairly quickly, we'll just take off from any ramp. What runway am I taking? Oh, now they're not even using that runway now, 28. Alright, which runway are they taking now? So 10 left or right? Which one is this one here? 10 right. Okay, let me re-push this into SimBrief because they're not using 28 right now. Alright, unload. Let me go back to SimBrief. Alright, we'll stick with that parking ramp there. And this thing took off at around 12:20, so that's fine, 11:30. We're right on time. Alright, let's go flying. While that's doing that, let's go to SimBrief again and edit the runway. So 10 left. Hit subscribe and hit like. Don't think about it, just do it. Alright, no new SIDS or stars. Generate flight. All right, loading. Very good. Now let's go back to Navigraph. Let's re-import the flight. Import from SimBrief, yes sir. Getting ready to fly one of my favorite planes in the simulator. All right. How pretty Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood is. All right. I've been there countless times, man. A lot of family used to live down there. Well, that's a hell of an airport. You know, I had another airport that spawned like this too. Oh, you know what? I still got photogrammetry on. Let me turn that off. Let me turn that off. Yeah! All right! Woohoo! Fuck, man. Fuck. It did the same thing to me earlier when I loaded the ATR. Hopefully we'll be able to do this flight. All right, let me see here. Parking gates. Where is A7 at in real life? Oh. A7 is all the way up top. Wow. So what runways do they have up top there? What just happened was I tried to load the ATR and it crashed. That's what happened. That happened to me earlier today too. All right, I know where gate A7 is now. Yeah, same thing happened to me earlier today. No. No, it doesn't, does it? It's always me. I never see anybody else having these kind of issues. It's always me. I can't ever just have like a nice kind of like, you know, a nice flight. Something's always got to happen. I got reverse thrusters coming on while we're taking off. While we're taking off, like in the air already. Got the sim crashing for a vanilla Microsoft plane. I still think it's because of the pushback feature. I'm still blaming that feature. I gotta blame something. Because it's just crazy to have these issues over and over again. But it's okay. Maybe the game just needed a breather for a second, you know? Like it just called a timeout. It's like, timeout, let me catch my breath. It's like that landing was too good. But then you fucked up the parking on the gate, so we got to give you a timeout for a second. Go ahead and do all the bragging you want. All right, let's turn off photogrammetry. Oh yeah, I gotta unplug. So whenever I start this game, if the keyboard is already plugged into the Xbox, for some reason it doesn't register the keys. I have to unplug it and then plug it back in, and then everything is fine. Tell me if that makes sense to you. All right. Nice Series X. Now it works. I don't really have, I mean, I have airplanes, but I don't really have, like, liveries and shit like that. That's the thing. Like, everything I have is, almost everything that's active is, let me see if there's any updates. No. I mean, everything in this list here is pretty much just airplanes. Liveries from the company that made the airplane. But, like, other than that, it's just city updates and airplanes. You know, I don't have any liveries. All my liveries are not installed. These are all liveries that... well, anyway, whatever. We've talked about it before. Alright, let's see if I need to... Okay, all that's still good. Let's go down to Fort Lauderdale. Now I know where Gate A7 is. Gate A7 is right. In real life, it's... Actually, in real life, it's right here. So, we can't park there. So let's park... We'll park here. Oh, sound went off for a second. I thought it was getting ready to crash again. Go ahead, man. I can just close my eyes. Look, go ahead, Grease. Say what you're going to say, man. Go ahead. Let me peek. You're really a bot. You're really a CIA operative. You're really Frank. You're really my ex-wife. What kind of nightmare is it gonna be? I'm scared. Alright, let's get the correct time set up. This plane took off around 12:20 this morning. Well, actually, it's scheduled for 12:20 tomorrow morning. It flies every day, but this one is from tomorrow morning, so. Alright, let's set it for there. And let's go ahead and let's reset the brake temperatures. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I read that somewhere before. Yeah, that sucks. All right, let's get the ground powers connected. Let's go ahead and turn some power on. And we got AC power and DC power. Turn the oxygen supply on. Let's arm the lights. All the lights work. It does really suck, that's for sure. All right, let's bring up our checklist here, even though we don't really need it, but we'll do it tonight. Parking brake is good. What's the altimeter right now? Altimeter is 2996, so let's set that. Oops. All right, that's all done. Landing elevation, that'll be done from the flight management system. All right, let's get our flight management set. So let's go ahead and bring in our flight plan. And let's set the flight plan. We're actually going to change it a little bit here. We'll set our fuel and our payload here momentarily. Let's fix this. So we're going to get rid of FLL. So let's click clear. Clear that out. And we're actually going to do a departure here. So let's click on this. We got runway 10 left. Oh, hang on. We'll do it here. 10 left. And we are going to do Felix 2. And we need to find Felix here. Alright, I guess we'll do none. Because Felix is the actual... That's the actual transition that we're going to. Let me look at the chart real quick. Yeah, Felix, Wolfel, Pattis. Alright, yeah, we'll do none. Alright, execute. And then our landing today is going to be VORY 24. Hang on, clear that out. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that story. Man, I would have been so pissed. If I had to clear out my whole computer and like lose everything, oh my god. There's an ILS available for this? Hang on a second. Let me look at their chart. So there's an ILS available, maybe we'll try that. Oh, there sure is an ILS available. Let me see what that looks like. Let me look at Navigraph charts real quick. Pattis. I wonder if I can do that. Now we'll stick with the landing that I already chose, the VOR. Alright, so VOR. Alright, VOR 24. Yeah, I don't see actually the... Unless it's... Yeah, VOR 24Z. Yeah, they don't have the... Let me see. I don't think they have the transition available. Yeah. They don't. Let me undo this. Let me unfuck myself. Alright. Let's do... We'll just stick with the ILS. And then from Pattis, let me switch this to runway 6. Yeah, I think you told me that before, that you wiped your whole Xbox and shit. That's crazy. That's crazy that you had to do that. I mean, I've done it with my PlayStation a couple of times. I guess it's not terribly crazy, but... Alright, let's switch. Sorry for the hold up here, guys. I'm trying to get the route correct on Navigraph here. Because they just switched. We're not able to use runway 24 right now. For the Bahamas, we need to use runway 6. So... Alright, runway 6. And now let's click our approach. And ILS. Final. Okay, that works. All right, that works. So let's get rid of this discontinuity. Let's click clear. There we go. Let's click execute. Very good. All right, let's go to menu. Okay, let's go to init. Let's go to position. Let me check that that's our actual position here. Let me go to Fort Lauderdale. On the flight plan here, which we can't look at in this plane. 2604. All right, very good. So GPS. Let's set that. Let's go return. All right. Nav data looks okay. Flight plan. We already have the flight plan taken care of. All right, now let's go ahead and set our weight and our limits and all that. So flight plan set. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that again. Oops. All right, set fuel. I wonder if I have to do all that over again. Set fuel, set payload. Let's see here, load aircraft. Start loading. All right, that's good. Oh, I did fuck myself. Damn it. Hang on a second. Let me do this again. All right, so clear that. We got runway 10 left. We got Felix 2. No transition. Execute. And then we have ILS 6. No transition. And let's get rid of that discontinuity there. Click clear. Clear that out. Execute. All right, good. So now let's go back to menu. There. Initialization. Now we can go to weight. All right, that all looks good. Performance initialization. We are cruising at, I think it's 16,000 feet. Oh, 11,000 feet. All right. Yeah, it's not a very long trip tonight. We might do a longer trip into ATR tomorrow, actually. I've been looking at some flights over Brazil and the Mediterranean, actually some around Greece, some between French places, but all right, that's all good. Weight's fine. All right, so I think we're good with everything. Performance. We got our V speeds. Our transition, we're not going to cross. And progress. All right, very good. Let's get our airplane started up. All right, we can click on all this. All right, power management's in takeoff mode. All right, CDLs, the cockpit door locks. Let's lock these. That's confirmed. Trim. Let's put the tail prop on board. Actually, let's close up the whole aircraft. So let's close that. That. Let's get rid of all that. All right, tail prop, doors are closed, seatbelt signs are already on. Let's put the beacon light on. Yeah, that's true. Oh, hey, Ghost Rider, what's up, my dude? Welcome back to the channel. Hit subscribe and hit like. Welcome back, Ghost Rider. Been a minute since you've been here, man. Hope everything is good. All right, before propeller rotation. Okay, that's what we just did. Let's go back and we'll do before taxi. Okay, that's after rotation. All right, let's take a look. All right, so let's do this. Let's let me get our clearance and also get our pushback feature available. Let's get our clearance for 10 left. I'm scared to do straight out. I kind of want to do departing from... let's try straight out.
Ground to Sail 142 with Echo request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
SIL 142 taxi to and hold short of runway 10 right.
You bitch.
Tango 8 Hotel Hotel 4 Juliet Juliet 1.
You never do the right runway.
On 119er, decimal tree, when ready.
You motherfucker. 10 left.
Ground to Sail 142 would prefer runway 10 left.
Why do they got a woman talk? Oh, that's because there's Mega Karen next to me. Okay.
And hold short of runway 10 left via taxiway Tango 8 November Golf Quebec Echo Bravo Bravo 1. Contact tower on 120 decimal 2 when ready.
I will do that. Thank you for acknowledging this.
Short runway 10 left using taxiway Tango 8 November Golf Quebec Echo Bravo Bravo.
All right.
Sail 142.
Let's get our pushback feature up. Let's actually turn on the... There's an APU feature in this airplane. So what we got to do is... There's this prop brake feature here. So let's activate... Well, first of all, let's put this on start AB. Let's put this prop brake on. See, it now says ready. Put on fuel pump number 2. Click on start. And you're going to start this engine up like you would start it up regular. See, we can put on the fuel mixture now, so let's put on feather. Let's let this thing get up and running. So it's going to be running, but it's not going to be spinning, see? And then in order to use it as the APU, we got to put it up to auto. And now once that thing gets up, we can disconnect the ground power and we'll be okay. All right, let's disconnect the ground power. And let's connect to the tug.
Cockpit to ground.
Ground, stand by.
Hello, buddy. That's great. This game is so broken sometimes. I love it. Did you guys see him actually in the cabin?
Bypass is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
Parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Yeah, this is a fun airplane to fly. That's for sure. I love it.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engine.
Need to start in the sequence.
That was crazy, man. He just went right inside the... he just went right inside. Oh, I got a nasty joke. But I can honestly say that was the first time there's ever been a man inside me.
Okay, pushback completed.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set.
All right, let's let Billy get out of the way, and then we'll start up the engine.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah, he didn't even ask. He just barged right in. All right, let's start up engine number 1, and then we'll get the other propeller spinning. All right, very good. All right, oil pressure is good. That's all good. All right, let's go ahead and put you on auto. Let's release the prop brake. And let's go ahead and get you spinning. All right, let's do our before taxi takeoff checklist here. All right, FWS is good. That's good. CL1, okay, that's good. Anti-ice. All right, CL1 and 2 is auto. Let's put all these on. Auto mode is on. All right, very good. And all right, that's good. Anything with white lettering we need to turn off. All right, very good. Anti-icing. All right, so TRU. The way to do that is you got to move these. You got to move the throttles off of the notch they're on now. So just push A, or just move it forward a little bit, and now we can activate the TRU here. Otherwise, it won't turn on. Anti-skid's fine. Let's put our flaps down. Nose wheel steering should already be on. Yep, it's already on. Let's confirm our takeoff data. So we can click on this screen here. So let's go here to performance. Let's confirm our takeoff data. All right, so that's fine. Let's zoom in so we can see our airport here. And let's do a couple of things down here. Let's click on the serve button. Let's put this on. And TCAS is auto, that's fine. Now let's go to nav. And let's click on ND. Traffic is above, we got weather. All right, so that's all good. That's all fine. airport taxi. All right, we just did that. All right, taxi. All right, takeoff configuration. Now we do need to do a couple of things here. Let's go to payload. Let's set the takeoff trim. And let's ding the flight attendants. All right, nav lights, logo, main taxi. Taxi and takeoff lights. All right, let's do the confirmation test. There's a button over here, right here. So we push that in. We can see it says okay. You can barely see it. It shows up. It shows up right there, but it was all in green, so that's okay. All right, and let's go down to normal. For takeoff, I think that we just did most of that stuff. All right, let's go taxi to the runway. So you're not really supposed to remove this gust lock until you take off, but I'm gonna move it right now because otherwise we go really slow. So let's just move it so we can kind of move a little bit quicker. I might put it back on once we start moving, but at least to get going, I'm removing it. Yeah, that pushback, man, he was something else, man. He got a little too friendly. See you later, Cessna. Have a good flight, buddy. All right, let's put the gust lock back on now. Now we're going to be using the flight management system is going to be controlling our speed for takeoff. So over here on the left, there's this selector knob that selects the speed heading, the speed bug, and then next to it is that select button. It's either auto or manual. Auto is the flight management system. They do a pretty good job with managing the takeoff speed. It stays really low, and then you put your, then you connect the autopilot and IAS mode for your ascent, and then once you put the flaps up, then it increases the speed to about 170, 180 knots, and that's what you'll use for your takeoff and your climb. Flight directors are on. Our trim is correct because we set that. But you can see we're kind of like slowing down quite a bit. That's whenever you have that gust lock on, man, it really like cripples the plane at like, you don't really go faster than 10 knots most of the time. Every time I get into a plane, I always say it's my favorite plane in the simulator. This one might actually be my favorite plane. I think I would like it a little more if it had like charts available, but I really love the display screens here, how you can click on them. Like you can look at your systems as you're flying, just clicking on the screen. Your performance for takeoff and landing data is right there. We got our airport chart, then we have our regular navigation map. You can zoom in or out by just clicking on the map. I mean, it's really cool. I like how they have that feature. It would be nice if more developers did that with their airplanes, where you can just click on the screen and change certain parameters about it. This is a standard livery. This tail number is actually correct according to flight stats. I plugged in the flight information and it told me that this is the actual tail number for this particular airplane, so that's why we're playing with it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hopefully you're a fan of flying. I certainly am. I'm not a real pilot, but I do a lot of research on these airplanes, so I kind of try to know what I'm talking about, but certainly come back again. I usually stream almost every night around 8 o'clock. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Right, it's done already. You could have just did it just then, and it would have been done for the rest of your life. Then I'd never have to ask you again. But it is true that the more subscribers and the more likes I get, the better my landings are. It's a really weird combination of, I don't know how it works, but...
Tower SAL 142 ready at runway 10 left.
All right.
Out departure.
Takeoff briefing is complete.
142 when 077 at 6.
Let's remove the gust lock.
Approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 10.
Oh, you know, we never did put on our weather. Hang on a second.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10 left. SAL 142.
All right, let's see here. Transponder's on. Flight controls are fine. That's all done. We already advised the cabin crew, but we'll do it again. Landing lights, lateral bar. All right, all that's done. Okay, so we're all done that. Let's put our landing lights on. Let's let the cabin crew know again that we're leaving. Let's click nav mode. And let's kaboogie. Am I in the right navigation? Yep. And let's zoom out a little bit. All right, let's release the parking brake. Let's put these in overdrive. And then we got a short little trip to the Bahamas. I'll probably do another ATR flight tomorrow just by itself. There's a lot of flights that I looked at earlier today. Azul and Hop and Igo and Air Corsica and Air Serbia. There's a lot of flights that really piqued my interest, but I decided on this one because I was able to do like a layover and fly from my hometown to Fort Lauderdale and then, you know, do this little double action. I came real close to doing one. It was Air Corsica from somewhere in the Mediterranean to another airport in France. And then it was a Ryanair flight to like Manchester or something like that. Alright, let's put the landing gear up. Let's put the autopilot on. Let's click IAS. Now, IAS. Let's put our flaps up. Oh, those are the only views we have. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize how loud that was. So if we left the flaps up longer, the auto throttle would have kept us around 140 knots. Now it's trying to get us up to 170. At least that's the plan. Oh, I gotta put us in... Hang on. I forgot to put us in climb mode. There we go. Now it'll get up to 170. Sorry about that. That was my bad. I forgot about that. Alright, after takeoff... Oops. Damn it. Alright, landing gear's up, flaps are up. Power management's in climb. Lead's already on. Taxi and takeoff lights. Alright, I guess we can turn those off, right? We never did put our strobe lights on, but there we did, just now. Alright, altimeters are okay. It's still, it's 29.97 now. Alright, let's click on this. Alright, very good. So this system here, if you leave it on this active menu, when you get to certain phases of the flight, it'll populate up here which checklist you should be using. So like if we started descending, it would like bring up the descent menu, approach, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. All right, where is the actual weather? Where is the outside temperature at? Well, I guess we really don't need it. We'll get a message here. Whenever icing shows up, it'll show up on this button here. You know, this is the only airplane in this game like this. Like, there's no other, like, commercial passenger propeller plane from, like, this generation. You know, we have the DC-3 and a DC-6. Constellation, you know, the Boeing 307, like, those kind of planes. We have all the old planes, but, like, the Bombardiers, the Dashes, you know, like, we don't have any of those. The Saab. I would love them to put a Saab in this game. That would be so awesome. All right, let's go to 2999. There's our outside temperature right there. All right, let's go to 2999. And we're getting ready to switch our traffic system. So let's go back to nav mode. Click on ND. And let's click on normal. The Islander, Trilander, and short reach. I don't think I've ever seen those planes, my man. I've never seen... I don't know. I've never seen other propeller planes like this. The old ones, yes. Alright, let's put this in cruise mode. And, should probably pull back our throttle a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I'll look again, but I've looked at all the airplanes available on Xbox, and I have never seen anything like this. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Alright, I'll check it out. I've never seen it, but... Unless I have seen it and I just forgot, but... Alright, let's pull our throttle back a bit. I thought the autopilot would have done that, but... Alright, I'll check. I will check it out. Oh man, our top of descent's coming up already. Jesus Christ. This really is a short trip. Alright, so we need to get down to 2,000 feet. So let's program in 2,000 feet. Now, after we make this turn, I'm gonna switch into heading mode and make sure we have the correct course programmed in. All right, we got 109.7. Let's program our... So click on RMS, click on nav, and we have 109.7. Oh, wrong buttons. I was wondering why, like, nothing was typing. 109.70. And I'm going to do it for nav 2 also. Some planes you have to have both sides matching. I don't remember if this is one of those planes or not, but just in case, there we go. All right, we got 22 miles to the top of our descent. Yeah, if I can find some other planes like this, that would be awesome. I love flying these type of planes. Yeah, I think I will do another ATR flight tomorrow. I didn't realize how short this trip was. Like, I built it. It said it should have been like an hour in the air, but like, we're almost at the top of descent. So, all right, let's do this. Let's sync our heading. Let's go into heading mode. Let's flip this to ILS-1. And let's change our course to 68. All right, there's 68. Now let's go back to FM1 and go back into nav mode. Now we are all set. It's a pretty cool livery, silver. I like the pinkish magenta black with the flamingo. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, there's the Bahamas right there. So we'll use VNAV to go down, but we can't click VNAV until we get ready to descend. Yeah, I'm really looking at like doing an Air Corsica flight tomorrow. There's a lot of really cool Air Corsica flights. Air Serbia had some really cool flights. Finnair. Like, I try to base a lot of these flights, I try to base them off real flights. Like, this is a real flight that's taking place. It's the real flight number. I try to make it the same route as well, the same runways, the same gate. Like, I try to recreate as much of it as I can. It's a little more difficult when it's over in Europe or Asia, you know, because FlightAware doesn't necessarily show the route, but But either way, yeah, I think we'll do another ATR flight tomorrow, a longer one. Maybe we'll do the same thing. We'll just do a longer ATR flight and a shorter connection. Maybe I'll do the new A320neo, the version 2 from Inabills that just came out. Maybe I'll do that and, you know, in this. I don't know. We will see. All right, we got top of descent getting ready to hit us. 6 miles. Could probably start going down now. Let's start going down now. I always like going down a few miles early. Let's click VNAV. We have our descent that showed up here. Let me see if it'll allow us to... Okay. Oh yeah, it pulled up the menu automatically. Very good. Okay. So, landing elevation, that's on auto. If it wasn't on auto, this would be lit up and say manual. Alright, that's done. We need our decision height. That is... 200. Yep, 200. Alright, 200. Very good. Let's set this for below. Arrival briefing is done. Alright, approach. Sometimes on descent, I'll move these levers back to auto, but I think we're going to be okay leaving them where they're at. There's a little manual compass here that shows up. We got our speed limits here. Max operating speed is a little over half a Mach, 250 knots. Takeoff, 15 degree flaps can be up to 185 knots. Landing, 30 degree flaps at 150 knots. Landing gear needs to be below 185 knots. All right, let's go into performance here. And it's saying here that we should be around 107-ish. So, for our landing, all this looks good. All right, let's sync up our heading. Localizer is captured. Once the glide slope shows up, you know, then we'll be able to capture that as well.
Freeport approach SAL 1427300 feet.
SAL 142 Freeport, approach QNH 30.00 radar contact continue.
All right, we're a little bit above the glide slope. Let's angle down a bit more. You know, we might actually have to do a circle, actually. Yeah, let's do that instead of fucking around with all this. Let's go back in. Oh, you know what? Actually, we might be okay. Let's do approach. All right, we might be okay, actually. Let's go landing lights. Let's let the peoples know. Let's put this in takeoff mode. All right, all that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Before landing, cabin crew, we just let them know. Landing gear we can't put down just yet. Oh, you know we can actually. All right, landing gear down. Power managements and takeoff. TLU low speed. No icing lights, external lights. So now we just have to worry about flaps and we'll be okay. Wow, this really was a quick flight. I didn't expect it to be like... I knew it was going to be short, but like I didn't think it was going to be like we get up and then we like start landing. Like I thought we would have been in the air for like maybe 30 minutes at our cruising altitude. And we got up to 11,000 feet pretty quickly. All right, landing gear is coming down now. I like that feature where it doesn't lower the landing gear at a speed that it can't handle. I like that it, you know, even if you click the button, you need to get to a you know, a certain speed first. I like that. Some of these airplanes I've flown in the simulator, you can put the gear down at any time. Like I've put the gear down on the ground sometimes, and the landing gear has gone up. Like it's crazy. Welcome, everybody. We are just about ready to wrap up this episode, but I will be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for another fun-filled evening of aviation thrills. Maybe tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Maybe. I might be doing a flight then. Probably not, to be honest. Probably not. I'm probably just going to enjoy my Sunday morning and sleep in or... But anyways, please subscribe and hit that like button. I certainly appreciate it. It's already done. Look, bam, bam, it's done. You already took care of it. And then you can come back and get notified every time I go online and make these here flights. We are pretty much all set for our landing. We still got to put our flaps down a little bit more. Let's turn off that speed mode. Let's go down to there just as a reference point. That's all it is. For landing, all it is a reference point for speed. It has nothing to do with the actual speed of the aircraft. We still have one more setting to go for flaps. Yeah, I don't remember. I'll have to play with some of the airplanes. I've done it, though. I'll get back to you on that one, Grease. It's going to take me a minute to figure out. So I'm going to have to go through, like... It was one of the propeller planes. But yeah, I'll get back to you on that. I've been able to do it, though. It's been a while since I've done it, so I kind of forget offhand. But yeah, I was shocked. Like, I meant to put the disengage the parking brake, and I hit the wrong button. And the next thing I know, like I look, and like the plane's like going down. I'm like, what the hell? And I go to the outside view, and I was like, oh my god, the wheels are in. The wheels are gone. All right, let's go flaps full. Yeah, I'll find out. I'll go through the planes. It was I think it was one of the planes I bought. I don't think it was one of the the vanilla planes. I think it was one of the ones that I picked up, you know, afterwards. Oh, I never put photogrammetry back on, but it probably doesn't matter here. I mean, that's only for like major cities. All right, we can finish our before landing checklist.
Terrain awareness. Test. Start. Terrain awareness. System test. Terrain awareness. Test complete.
There's our ILS beeping. Boy, that was loud. Good Lord. A little bit late. A little bit off the touchdown zone, but that's okay. All right, we did it. We landed. Whew, that was a monstrous stream tonight. It was 4 hours long. My goodness. That's about it, my friends. I am tired. I got to go to the bathroom. I want to eat dinner. I'm not complaining, though. Just stating facts. So I will be back tomorrow for sure. Definitely by 8 o'clock tomorrow night, East Coast time. I really doubt I'm going to do something in the morning. There's a very small window that I will, but if you don't see me on at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, East Coast time, then just, if you don't see me on by 9, I'm not doing it. Like, I really enjoyed sleeping in this morning. I never really get a chance to sleep in because of my work schedule. It was so nice, like, not waking up to an alarm clock and just kind of chilling in bed for a while. So I probably am going to do that again. But please subscribe, hit that like button. I will see y'all tomorrow. Maybe another ATR flight. That was good. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Greece. I will check out some of those planes you were talking about. I will try to figure out which plane as well. I was able to put the wheels up on the ground and let you know which one that is. But that's it for tonight's show, my friends. Thank you for tuning into the All About Aviation Saturday Night Special. I will see y'all tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you tomorrow night. And hit subscribe and